Smoking zone and I be in my head, in my head. Flintstone rolling, I be in my head, in my head. Mommy strolling, I be in my head, in my head. She look at me, she floating, I be in my head, in my head. Smoking zone and I be in my head, in my head. Flintstone rolling, I be in my head, in my head. Mommy strolling, I be in my head, in my head. She look at me, she floating, I be in my head, in my head.
I never know how to start these things. I literally never know how to start these things. So, welcome to episode 9. I believe I'm on episode 9. I always forget what episode I'm on because for the past four of these that I've tried to do, there's always been an issue. So, episode 9 was originally supposed to be a movie review. I was gonna review Weapons. It was gonna be my first movie review. That didn't work out. And then it was gonna be a heavy metal album from a band from Finland. I'm still gonna do that one, but me and technology be beefing, bro. Like, some of the problems I run into in trying to make and edit these videos, it's not even like they're super high quality. And even still, it's just, it's almost like my phone or the universe doesn't want me to make some of these videos because, that's a whole nother thing. But welcome to episode 9. We're gonna have a good episode because we're gonna do an album I like, an album I love, and hopefully me and technology don't have to fight for me to do something. That I just really enjoy, even if it comes with a bunch of headaches. We're doing 12. Now, Westside Gunn is a rapper from the group Griselda. He's actually my favorite one of the 3. I think I found Benny first. Yeah, Benny first with Tana Talk 2, which is my favorite album that's not a Westside Gunn album. But of the 3, Westside Gunn just puts together the best projects, and that's why he's my favorite. I think Conway the Machine is the best lyricist. I think Benny is the best all around rapper, and I think Westside Gunn puts together the best projects, and he's the one I listen to the most. So Westside Gunn is my favorite. 12 is his latest installment of his series, his album series, mixtape album series, Hitler Wears Hermes. And obviously when he got pretty big, he stopped calling them Hitler Wears Hermes and just started calling them by the number. So his core fans knows the full album title, Hitler Wears Hermes 12. But some people probably have problems with that, so it's just 12. Came out earlier this year in 2025. He also has 2 more projects he dropped after that, The Hills Have Eyes. I guess it's a new series he's starting. And the second one this was supposed to be originally going to be a review of all 3 of those projects that came out this year. 12 and the 2 Hills Have Eyes projects. But because of me and technology beefing, like the weapons review would have been shorter than me doing all 3 of those albums. And really, I don't even think the length of the review for Weapons was the problem. I really think my phone or the universe really just didn't want me to put that one out, and that's kind of disappointing because that's like I said, it's like the 4th video. I'm supposed to be on number 15. If I'm really being honest, I'm supposed to be on number 15, but there's always one, like every time I try and do one, there's just, even whether it's long or short, it's just a reason it just doesn't want to come into fruition. My phone just doesn't want me to put the video together the way I want it put together. And so I just scrapped the whole idea for maybe when I get a better setup, when I get like a laptop or a computer or something. Right now, my only thing is my phone. But I'm not a huge technology guy. I'm not a huge technology guy. Me and technology be beefing because it never lets me do what I want to do. And in any capacity, my PlayStation, TVs, even at work, or my old job. So I'm really just trying to do these to give myself something to do since I've been fired from my last job. And I don't know, it's been a headache half the time. So hopefully tomorrow, hopefully I start a new journey into a new career. So, you know, pray for your boy for that. But outside of that, you know, these are really just to keep me sane and keep me busy. And it's frustrating that I go through the process of doing so many of them just to have to erase them because my phone won't let me put them together or it won't let me put them out. You know, it's very frustrating. And I thought the weapons review was really fucking good. The one I did. I thought it was like my best one yet. So, but here we are, Westside Gunn. I got off track. But that's what I do here at P's Reviews. I digress. I used to have like a little tagline. I forgot the tagline. I don't do it no more. Westside Gunn's Hitler Wears Hurry 12. It is 11 songs. It's only 11 songs. I don't want to say only, but it's only 44 minutes. So, you know, it averages out to around 4 minutes a song, even though some are shorter and longer, you know, but it's really good. And I like this one. I like this one because it has all of the elements I like the most from a Westside Gunn project. It's got the skits that I think is funny, and it's got the skits that I think are real, just raw. Like Westside Gunn does this thing with some of his skits where it's like I don't know if he knows these people for real, or if he just goes find some random guy on the street and just have him rap some raps and makes it a skit. But I love that shit. It doesn't have his daughter, Westside Pootie. And in earlier albums, him having his daughter come on to stunt on niggas was hilarious to me. So that is one thing he doesn't have on here. But I mean, you don't gotta put your daughter on every project, bro. He just has the skits, and they're cool. And when you get to the music, right? The music is what I like. Is really what I'm talking about when I say what I like the most from a Westside Gunn project. Namely that the project is like a co-op project. What is it? A collaborative project between him, Easty Nack, and Stove God Cooks. And I think Westside Gunn is the best when he's with Easty Nack and Stove God Cooks. Not to say he's not good when he's with Conway and Benny. But I think he puts together the best songs because Westside Gunn's more of a curator. So I think he puts together the best songs and projects when he works with Stove God and Easty Nack as opposed to his Griselda partners, you know. So I love the fact that Stove God Cooks is all over this. Stove God Cooks is one of my more favorite rappers of today. I think Westside Gunn and Stove God Cooks are two of the better drug dealer rappers in today's game. I know a lot of people like Freddie Gibbs. I've been on Freddie Gibbs for a while. I prefer Westside Gunn and Stove God to Freddie Gibbs. You know, Freddie's still good. I'm not saying he's not good, but I don't be listening to Freddie a lot anymore. I haven't even heard his last album, even though because I didn't even like the first Alfredo that well. Even though people love Alfredo, I didn't even like the first one that well, so I haven't heard the second one. I'm talking about niggas that aren't Westside Gunn. I call this album the Sunny Sunday album because so in the songs you have your normal Griselda type beats where they're kind of like soulful and they're rapping about drug bars over soulful beats. But you also have with Easty Nack, some of the beats they sound more like they're out of like old westerns. You know, they're slower. That is the best way for me to describe them. They're like they sound like they're straight out of an old western, even though the way they might rap on them aren't like cowboyish. The beats are kind of cowboyish, kind of like old westerns. And then what I like the most, why I call it my Sunny Sunday album, is because with Stove God Cooks, two of the tracks on those, 055 and Dump World, they're like ghetto gospel. They're like ghetto gospel songs. They have like choir going on. It's real. It's not churchy, but you know, it's very close. It's like church adjacent. So I call it a ghetto gospel song. And so the whole track list is really good for like riding around. you know, in your car on a sunny day. I love stuff like that. If you make me feel, if your songs make me feel like I can listen to them on a sunny day in the car, you already get brownie points for me. But, you know, I really like this. I really like when Stove God and Westside get into that bag about, you know, not about, but like with the gospel adjacent sounds, and then they do their little drug raps over them. So I really like Dump World. Dump World is fighting for my favorite rap song of 2025. That list is probably small. I would have to go make the list, but it came out early this year, and it's been one that I've listened to all year. I love that song, Dump World. The plug might change. The stamp might change. These niggas might change. The lights on the roads might change. I love that shit. I won't change. I'm not changing. Yeah, I love that shit. I like to sing that shit. I'm not changing. I won't change. You know, because with me, a person like me, you know, I might grow. We all might grow, but the core essence of who I am will never change, no matter who or what tries to get me to do it. I'm gonna be me. And if you make me feel like I can't be me, I'm gonna revolt. I'm gonna rebel. That's who I am. If I don't have the space to be me, I'm gonna act a fool. So I just like to sing that song. I won't change. I'm not changing. But like with Easty Nack, you got songs like I said, with Vert or Bury Me With a Stove, which is crazy that Stove God Kush is not on Bury Me With a Stove. But the beat, like I said, is like Western, and I don't know if he would have fit the same. I feel like he still would have gave me a good verse. But that's what Easty Nack does. Like, when I first found Easty Nack, it was on Hitler Wears Hermes 7, which between 12 and 7, those are like my two favorite Westside Gunn projects. They're fighting for number one, both of them. But 12 is more recent, so I don't want to. 7's been out for years. 12 is more recent, so I don't want to just straight put it up there with recency bias. But 12 is really good. 12 is really good. And 7, they have a song. Easty Nack has a song on there where he kind of does the same thing, where it's kind of old westernish, and he has a bar. What's the bar? Clint Eastwood, my eyes squint in the sunlight. One of my favorite bars of all time, for no reason. And that's why that's another reason I like these three too, because their bars are dope and hard, but they're not super complex, you know. And for me, like a lyric for me who grew up fans of lyricists, my favorite three rappers are Nas, Outkast, and Kendrick Lamar. All super lyricists. And three stacks, I mean, even Big Boy, but 3 Stacks, Nas, and Kendrick are like, they will give you some super complex bars. And so, like, now at this point in my life, I got the people who will give me the complex bars. They still give me the complex bars. So, you know, I want to hear simpler stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I like simpler stuff. I like stuff that makes me groove, that makes me head bop, that I don't have to think too much, but still kind of hits hard, you know. So those three, they got real dope bars that hit hard, that sound hard, that me and my friend will text each other sometimes. We haven't done it in a while, but especially with 12, we would just text each other fucking random ass bars from the album, because they're just hilarious out of context, but they're dope. And, you know, this album is real dope. Yeah, man. I think everyone who hasn't listened to Griselda, like any Griselda, but you're trying to get into it, I don't have a Conway album to point you to, not off the top of my head. But if you want to get into Benny, definitely Tana Talk 2. To me, that's his best album. And with Westside Gunn, you want to pick either Hitler Wears Hermes 12 or 7. You know, this one for me will end up very high in Westside Gunn's discography. And that man drops a lot of projects. That man drops like 4 projects a year. He's already on 3. We're in September. He's already on 3, and he's probably going to drop another one by the time we get to December. I promise he'll drop another one. If he doesn't drop another one by December, he's going to drop one early 2026, January, February. This man is always dropping. So, you know, I like Westside Gunn. yeah, man, I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to yap too much. I did too much yapping about in the beginning about all that other stuff that had nothing to do with the album. So we're gonna wrap this up. Westside Gunn 12. Go listen to it. Go form your own opinion about it. Maybe come back and talk to me about it. How did you like it? Does it make you want to listen to more Griselda if you've never heard Griselda? Do you already like Griselda? If so, who's your favorite Griselda rapper? What's your favorite Griselda tape? What's your favorite Hitler's Word Hermes? What's your favorite tape in the series of Hitler's Words Hermes? Is it 12? Is it 7? Is it one of the other ones? The other ones are dope, and they have hits on them too. But 12 and 7 are my two. One thing 12 didn't have that I love that Westside Gunn does is the aggressive love songs. He is great at aggressive love songs, but there isn't one on here. But 7 definitely has one. But, you know, it's still hard. It's still dope. I would definitely purchase a vinyl, or am going to purchase a vinyl. The first chance I get to buy one of these. This is one that's going in my vinyl collection. And it ends with a whole, if you don't know, I like to rate things I review on a scale of 1 to 3 P's. Most things will get 2. Because I'm reviewing things, most of the time I'm reviewing something I know I already like. If I review something that's gonna get a 1 or I don't like it, it's just because I feel like I need to talk about it for whatever reason. And I haven't come across nothing like that yet, I don't think. And the 3s are for me, either a bona fide classic or something that I know will stick with me for the rest of my life. And this comes close. I almost want to give 12 3 Ps, because if I'm going to listen to Westside Gunn for the rest of my life, this is going to be one of the albums I go back to. It is. So I originally had it at a very high 2 Ps. And I'm debating if I want to keep it there or slide it up to 3 Ps. But like the 3 Ps are for like the bona fide classics. Sade, Love Deluxe, Michael Jackson, Thriller, or Kendrick Lamar. Damn, I haven't rated GNX yet. But, you know, it's like, do I put 12 up there for me? I'm going to give it, because I have high ends and low ends. I have high ends and low ends. So I have songs that go on the low end of 2 Ps. I have albums that go on the low end of 2 Ps. I got albums that go on the high end of 2 Ps. So I'm going to put 12 at the low end of 3 Ps. It's not high end Michael Jackson, Thriller, Sade, Love Deluxe. But it is low end 3 Ps in that it is an album that for me forever is going to be one that I stick with and listen to every song, especially since it's only 44 minutes. You know, I can get ready to this album. I can go drive to work and hear the whole album, you know. So, yeah, Westside Gunn, man. 3 Ps, 12. Hitler's Words Hermes 12. And I'm out.